We're gonna just do this just like that, and that's gonna be our shot. Actually, we might tighten it up a little bit like that, and that will be our shot. Nice. Hell
How's
yeah,
that look?
guys. Looks good. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me grab my water jug. Because of these nifty microphones, they can still hear us both clearly, even though I'm all the way back here and you're still in there. I should get like a... Oh, you know what? I can put a... Put a chat monitor over here. There it is.
See, it's already out of tune.
Have you like beat the shit out of it yet?
No.
You should. Like even with the, I'll show you in a second what I do to stretch them. You want to basically stretch the string past the point of
Like this? Like this little...
Pretty much. What is it that I'm doing here? Oh yeah. Well, how do I go to my channel? That's what I do.
All right, let me retune it.
Well, fuck. What's up, Satch? What's up, Connor? Hell yeah. Like the video, guys. Let me go get my other phone so I can...
Shut up.
Calm down. Hell yeah, dude.
Too bad that's an E flat.
I'm gonna turn this all the way down before I crank it up. Are you in standard?
Yeah.
All right, that'll be fine.
Is that one not in standard?
I'm half a step down.
I usually play half a step down on my acoustic too. I like how it sounds. It's like, that's like the shit that like Jimi Hendrix and Van Halen played.
Give me the high E. All right, that's good.
start mine up.
Close
right?
enough. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Put it on a fucking. Turn that treble down a bit.
There we go. Okay, now I've got that in my history that I've watched it there. So. There we go. See what we sound like? All right. You'll be able to hear our guitars, and there's a chat. What's up, Carly? Bong, Rhino, BP, Boba Fett, Ailes, Connor, Satch, everybody in the club.
Hello, chat.
Everybody, this is Greg. You guys remember Greg from the Locals Only set that we did.
What's up, guys?
So we're just gonna be jamming. We're just gonna jam. It's gonna feel like a guitar thing because that's technically what it is.
Sorry, sound. Does it already sound flat?
Yeah, I should probably actually grab a tuner instead of just trying to eyeball it. Also, just a random side note that when you are tuning, it is, I've noticed that you get a better tune when you kill whatever output you got going on, because that will cause a different vibration.
Gotcha.
And these are vibration tuners usually. That's actually probably, like, you got a tuner on that thing?
No,
Or are you using a...
I was using my phone.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I would suggest to grab one of these guys that'll clip on one of these headstock clips.
I have one of those somewhere. Yeah, it just goes off vibration.
Yeah. Or actually, here, clip it here.
So I can see it.
I like Knopfler a lot. I love that little. That's all it is.
the 6th fret?
Yeah, it's eighth. And I mean, you gotta. It'll go. Trust it, it'll go. Yeah, and he just pretty much what Knopfler does in his he's always kind of making a chord in his like. He's just so he's basically just like that's where it goes.
Yeah, he plays all like his solos like within that chord.
Yeah, and then he does that. That's just another D minor up there, like a in the 10th. And I'm doing it with it's basically just a bar all the way across, and I'm just one.
Oh.
But there's so many different ways. There's so many different ways to do this thing. But yeah, what is your goal?
My goal?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just get better, and I think I want to improve. Definitely got to improve my ear for sure. Be able, like how you can just learn anything by ear.
Well, that's just
listening.
Yes, that's just paying attention, playing.
Yeah, I've gotten better at it. Now it's like fine. I can hear like the first if I play like the first 2 notes of a song accidentally, I can like start to figure out around it.
That's the thing is like learning. It's almost like that's how you train your ear. Is just if you get one thing right,
you can get the
and
rest
you
of it.
know if you if you get one thing right and you do it on your own, then you can find the next thing too.
Like for this, I just figured that out because I played that chord, like finger picked it. I was like, oh, that sounds like.
Yeah. Exactly.
And yeah, yesterday I think I learned Enter Sandman last night, but.
Oh yeah.
So wait.
The way I learned it is the wrong way.
Oh really?
But he doesn't do it like that. He does it.
Yeah, he plays something like that. Am I already out of tune?
Sometimes whenever with those chromatic tuners, don't like let it zero in. Wait about a half a second before you is the tuner still on?
Yeah.
Just give it, let it ring for a second, and it'll move around a lot. Do that until take almost too much time with a string.
There we go.
Take a little too much time with it and let it zero in and stop moving completely. And make sure to mute every other string whenever you're doing just one, because that can fool the tuner. They're working by ear too. But after you do it for a while, you'll just be able to tune it to the one below it. There you go. But yeah, dude. So I got.
And I also want to get better at improv too, while people are jamming and stuff.
Well, how about this? You want me to just throw a rhythm down in a random key? Chat, give us a letter between A and G. Whatever the first thing we get is the key we're gonna use. And what kind of you pick the genre.
Okay.
What kind of a bluesy type thing, like a rock?
I think I've been playing around with bluesy kind of stuff.
Okay.
Fuck around with that. I'm sure we'll do a bunch of different ones.
A minor, watch out, probably A minor, B flat minor. All right, so we're just gonna go with a simple. What key are you most comfortable playing with right now?
Probably E major.
Somebody said E. Let's just do E. And I'm just gonna You want like, or
Yeah, we
like,
Let's do that first one. That sounds
yeah.
fun.
All right, I'm gonna change it up. You just adapt. You know what I mean?
All right. get like locked into here though when I'm still.
So that's all right. So now since we've done something you're comfortable with,
All right.
let's just find it.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to make a.
You just do whatever you feel like, and if something sounds bad, don't do it again. Or do it again. Who cares? There's no rules. Don't be scared to hit anything weird. That's what these are for, to find a weird note. Also, man, sometimes a weird note you can bend into a good note, and that's even cooler. I just picked a fret and bent into where the song was.
Oh, really?
You can meet it where it's at. Yep. Because you can bend. If it's a bad note, it's surrounded by good notes. So you can bend into
Everything's
the
like
good
one
note.
away.
Everything is one away. Do like a hide and seek thing where I'm gonna try to run away from you and you gotta keep up with me, okay?
All right.
Like note wise.
Say what?
I'm running. That's what it's about. It's about not knowing where anything is going next and still being there somehow. And the thing is no matter where you are, you're always close. No matter where you at, where you end up.
Yeah, I'm like, I keep like falling out and then coming back
But
in.
that's what you do. That's how you train the ear. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. There'll be certain licks you can find that'll work anywhere on the fretboard,
Yeah.
but you'll find those naturally. And like,
I found some.
it's important to find your own shapes because that'll define your sound and that'll make you different from all the other. That's why I could easily sit here and say no, do this because this is what I do, but that's not what this is about. Like, it's about finding your own way to play the shapes, way to find the boxes. I look at them like boxes.
Boxes.
Like it's finding your box. Like in this. See, I just had to find that just now up here. It's just in this. It's the blues in G. It's the blues in E minor, basically boxed. Or whatever. A while ago, I don't know if you noticed, I switched keys like 4 times, trying to just keep you on your toes, and we're gonna do it again. See, you already fell in, so that means that your ear's already working.
Well, yeah, what I've been doing is when I'm listening to songs, I'm trying to like at least try and get close to where I think on the fretboard that it's like being played. If
that's the thing. What I did, and this isn't like a hey, I play like this, do this, but a thing that I would do is like whatever you're watching. If you ever watch a movie or something or any kind of TV show, but back then it was commercials. You don't get commercials these days.
I did it with your guitar in Naruto the other day.
Huh?
Yeah, I did with your guitar, the one you lent me.
Yeah.
I was just sitting in my living room while I was watching Naruto, and there's always like background music for the battles and stuff.
Jam with that. Dude, jam with that because those songs only play for like what, 90 to 90 seconds to 2 minutes
Yeah.
at a time. So you got this amount of time to figure out what they're doing
Yeah, and at least hit a couple notes
and
in
keep
there.
up. And keep up. And you'll get faster and faster at that to where you'll be able to anticipate, and then you'll hear the same thing come on again.
I'm starting to
and
hear
you'll be ready.
patterns too with it.
And
like,
it's dude, that one of the craziest things I used to say when I was like taking a lot of psychedelics and had a psychedelic understanding of guitar was that all the songs are the same. Some of them are just played a little different, and that's true.
yeah, I noticed
All
that.
songs are the same. Some of them are just played a little different until you get into like crazy shit like Fish or whatever.
Yeah, and like crazy like jazz
Yes.
and shit.
By the way, there's ice cups,
Or-
drinks, water, if you need any of that. Guys, a word from the...
How does that go? It's like it's a little ZZ Top song.
Billy Gibbons is good. And now, have you messed around with any of your... let's see,
I barely messed because I got it and I just had work the 2 days in a row I had it, so I only had.
Have you like... Because certain positions will have a different like power, like the has more like a clicky sound, but all the way on this end has more of like a
Yeah, this one's
chunk,
yeah,
which is probably better for like a like type thing. But you got, dude. He's got a really fucking nice guitar.
shout out to my dad.
Shout out to Pops. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, he got me a gift for Father's Day.
I'll do that for sometimes like just 5 minutes at a time. Just try it with different fingers and just like make sure that like just little bullshit things that you can do that are easy. This is a good example of what I was telling you guys the other day in the chat about like how I'm not good to help somebody from the ground up. You kind of need a base understanding of the instrument like Greg has.
You wouldn't have helped me if I was just starting to play
For
guitar.
me to be, I could try, but it's not
You already
the
said,
way
like,
instead of saying, okay, you want to go 2/4 here, I could just go, and you just did that. Like I don't have to tell you, okay, you're doing a hammer on here on the A and D string. I can just tell you that. See, it's the same thing like that. But I can't even do. I'm trying to. I do the.
Do you pick it? I can never pick it.
I mean. But yes, I usually do the intro to the Baba O'Reilly by The Who.
That's what
But,
that is?
but no, this isn't what it is. It's just what I do.
Well, because that's played on like a piano or something. Right?
Yeah, they do something more. They layer it like a. They layer it like a. I can't. It's just this is like a quick. I got to take more time with the loops to make them right because I'm not exactly perfect with
Yeah, we're pressing it.
I'm not perfect with that. It takes me a minute to build a good loop, but I take my time with it and I'm chill and not worried about anything and build from the ground up. But like they layer it, but I'm thinking of that lick from that perspective. But yes, so this is what I'm talking about. Like this is like I don't have to go down and explain the. You've already got all of the basics and even like more advanced guitar techniques. Like you have control of what your fingers are supposed to do. The only thing that you have to do now is just not stop and keep doing what you're doing. And like, you don't even need your amp. It could be your acoustic, whatever you've got sitting around. Always, like if you're watching something, just have it.
Yeah.
Just have it next to you.
I took your advice from last time too. You told me like no matter what, just touch it every day.
Touch it every day.
I just touch it every day.
Every day, do something musical. Sometimes I have a mandolin that I have an instrument that you can reach from where you normally sit all the time.
Yeah, I keep my acoustic just next to my bed, and if I can't sleep at like 3 a.m, I just like lay
Grab
down
it.
with it.
Just like all it takes is a few minutes, and usually you'll come up with something that you're like, oh, nice. Or you'll end up finding that.
Well, last night at like 4 a.m, I just picked up my acoustic because I couldn't sleep. I was just laying down. That's how I figured out Enter Sandman. Because I was just kind of hitting notes, staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, dude, that's the best way to do it. That's actually a better way to play it. That's the next part.
Wait, has it? Oh, let me retune it again. She's already flat.
Oh, yes. This is the thing that I was telling you I do. So when I tune, after you get in tune, take in each, starting at the 12th fret, go.
To get that in.
And then I hit every dot on the way down.
When you first change the strings?
You can do it anytime. But when you first change the strings, and I mean overbend it. You're not gonna break the string bending like that. But just and you can even go all the way up if you want to. But just basically you want to bend the strings as hard as you're ever gonna bend them playing right then. That way yeah, you're bending. I got lost there because I was like, wow, that sounded like Shine On. You ever fuck with Shine On Crazy Diamond?
No.
Pink Floyd?
No.
Dude, here, jam. Just do whatever feels right to this. the song is in the natural key of F.
Of F?
Sort of. By the way, your F major scale is the same thing as your, actually it's not, it's in, it's in B, the key of B flat, actually. B flat is the key that this song is in. It's in that key. Pink Floyd likes to keep you on your toes. That lick, that's the lick, dude. Like that little fucking.
Oh, shit.
There's an easier way to do it, like. I think he does it like that. But that's like. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Is it like the?
It's basically you're doing a C7.
Yeah.
And you're. That's how I do it. It's way harder. It's easier to do it. That's just the way I've always done it. So you're basically hitting D, B, G, B. That fucking, there's like a, it's basically a slow blues that breaks all the rules of a slow blues song. So it's like, you know, the slow blues that would normally do the, but this is like,
yeah, because it hits that chord.
It's going all, I mean, it's, if there's more than 3 chords in it, which blues don't really have. The blues isn't really that. It doesn't really do that. But Pink Floyd is a really good place to study because they do so much off the wall shit, no pun intended. Like they do so much off the wall shit that it really does keep you like, it keeps you focused on, let me flip this up a little bit. It keeps you kind of focused on not knowing or not, it shifts your focus rather from like knowing what's going to happen next to just being able to quickly adapt.
Change.
Yeah. Like in that song, it goes from that to. It changes into like it. What they do is it seems like they take a bunch of different songs. The Beatles will do a similar thing. But that's the main thing to just keep in mind is always be fine with knowing knowing you don't have to know what's coming next to be fine.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that holds a lot of musicians back, is being scared of not knowing what's coming. Mm. So like, don't. It's not gonna bite you. It's and you don't. But you don't have to worry about that because you're not affected by it anyway.
Not a what?
You're not affected by it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I mean that's the best way to be is.
But I'm okay with not knowing what I'm doing.
Exactly. Sometimes the song will give you little clues like that, where it's going, where it does that long walk down, and it kind of walks you into the next portion of the song. Those aren't always there, but you'll learn to hear them when you hear them. You'll learn to recognize them when you.
Having trouble finding it.
Doesn't matter. Start if you're trying to find it in a lick or like in a shape. Start smaller. Like just find it
A note.
on a note, and then go explore either way, and then be like, okay, that's unsafe direction. But also, in a setting like this, you can have control of the key. See, like this is like, this could be either minor or major at this point. So instead of, you could do that if you wanted to. You could make this, you could force it in a different direction, I mean, by just playing a major lead instead of a minor one. And like Jerry would do that a lot. Jerry Garcia would do that a lot. Because yeah, we're playing in like the minor notes.
Yeah.
See, we could also like, that's what I mean by you can force it into the major. a thing that I like to do personally, I call it high-fiving.
Yeah.
High-fiving a note. Like this is what you would normally play, right? In this
Yeah.
position, like. But what if you high-five?
Oh.
You see what I mean? Like you just high-five that bad note. And that works all the way down. But I do it the Nana Nana Boo Boo, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the kids song. Like the it's basically like there's no rules. Also, this is like a years down the road thing that you can skip. That little blues, that little steel guitar lick
Yeah, what was that?
is just like, okay, so you want to be in the bend first. You want to bend it as far, and you want to hit it and then bend out of it. You don't want to hit it first. You want to already be in the bend.
Oh.
And then, yes. But if you do a sweep from the bottom with like, it sounds like a little steel guitar thing where two strings stay the same and one bends in, which is an unnatural sound on guitar like that. Bends and breaks. I'm a bends and breaks player. Like that is what I call a bend and a break. And then then just let it breathe. Give it a break. And Joe Walsh, one of my favorite guitar players, does this cool thing where he'll he'll bend the shit out of a note and then just hit every little micro note on the way down. Yeah. Bends, man, that's a good thing to get into at this level you're at. Learning those
I've been doing that because, like, yeah, I've been trying to bend it in different spots to hit like different.
yeah, and also give it a little and give it a little like flair, a little like bend it around the note a little bit, like kind of wiggle on the note. That's a B.B. King thing. B.B. King he creates vibrato. Also, don't be scared to repeat. Don't be scared to. If you get something you like, it's okay to just stay in that for a minute. play it until you're sick of it, because then the next time you go to do it, it's just gonna happen, and then you're gonna do it enough times.
It's like keep it going with a bit.
Yeah, dude, it's like a callback. Callbacks work in this too. And a bad note has a place. Like, that's a bad note, but high-fiving, that's a cool, just high-fiving a bad note. That's just, so we're in E right here. This will work all the way down the board. So this thing is like, you're basically using this one shape that I use here, and it's just a 1 on the A string. But this is all the way up on your, I mean, we're in E right now, so this is your E here. If we're in A, it'll work in A, but right now we're in E. So this will work all the way down the fretboard, depending on what key you're in, I mean. So that, you're basically playing the bottom part of this, but stick to just B and G. And you can do, yep. And you can resolve it, and you can resolve it there if you want, but I just love, that's almost like that, the Another Brick in the Wall thing, like a Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall. And also, yeah, that's something in this scenario that'll work for something that stays in like the same key. It'll work all across the board, like I said, so long as you're thinking of things in relation to the chord where you got your. That simple first lick, that's the first run everybody learns, pretty much. You're still working within that, except you're kind of, and also the little thing that I do, it'll sound kind of like a car horn, is right before I break, right before I do the break, where I like mute everything, like just, you're just kind of subtly, but that's what I do. That's like, you'll find your own shapes and things that are comfortable for you, but that's just a trick that I do. Those are nice. That's it. Yeah, that's the 12-7-5 harmonics. Those I'm not good at. I'm not good at those pinch harmonics. I used to be. Those are nice.
Well, that's when I first learned guitar. I wanted to learn only like metal music, and that's in like playing like.
Oh yeah. I hit those. When I hit those, it's an accident.
Really?
But when you hit them accidentally, and it gives you that little, it's like the universe gifts you this little squeal. Oh man, it's nice.
That's like that. I love that little pinch harmonic in that, you know the song. I think it's called like Mayonnaise by Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
That little pinch harmonic he hits like
Yeah.
in the intro, like that.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but
Yeah, I don't either. But dude, those like accidental things that happen somewhere along the way. Let's oh man, I should have my other pedal out here. It has all my other effects on it and shit. Because I'd have a bass and everything on it.
this has been fun, by the way.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hope
This is
the
what it's
stream's
about.
enjoying it. I'm having
Hell yeah.
fun.
What's up, Matthias? Let's give you a wrench. I tell you what, Matthias has got a good idea. Let me go grab.
What was his idea?
He said, "Y'all got any bass?"
Oh shit.
And I have one. Hold on a minute. Now we can actually get to some nitty gritty. You already know how to do anything I would do on guitar, basically. You just got to put more years on it.
Yeah. I was fucking with those acoustic covers you were doing at Secret Show last time.
Yeah, they're fun.
Especially, my favorite one was when you did them Bones. That was sick.
It's muted, yeah. I don't do it right. Everything's
song?
covered in dust. Yeah, I don't do it right, but
I don't know how you. I loved how you did it though. Whatever you did to it.
is this in standard? Hit a E. Here, let me see this guy real quick. I broke my rule. Okay, we'll need to bring this down. All right. Yeah. Let me think. You play something like that you would want to play a lead along to, like a rhythm you would want to play a lead along to.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Don't worry, we just fell. I find it so funny that you never listen to Pink Floyd.
I mean,
That's
I
hilarious. Because I'm just doing all Pink Floyd shit. That's kind of funky.
That was a good little one.
That's it. We switched from minor to major.
I bought this bass shortly after I moved here for like nothing, brand new.
How much was it?
I don't even remember.
It's a good deal though.
Yeah, I got it off of this website called American Musical Supply that'll let you get any instrument for like payments with bad credit or anything. And like they just send the thing to you. You make one payment and they send you the thing.
Oh, it's like an affinity kind of thing.
Kind of. But this is a Squier jazz bass. So it sounds really good for those. And the only reason I like playing an E on bass is because it's like, I really like that low, that punchy, but no way, this thing, I've had this was my PA system that I played gigs with back home. This thing is holding the bass nicely.
It is.
I never plugged a bass into it before. I'm like, surely it'll work. Oh, but how about a little?
Oh shit.
Then the chorus goes boom. Flea is so good. He does that.
While he's singing.
And then that guitar does that. It goes to like a weird B, like a B minor. sounds nasty, don't it? I love the way a bass just sounds like. This is a trick. You can keep your pick.
Yeah.
Just get used to doing that. Like, and I mean, tuck it the fuck in there. I mean, like almost like your finger will hurt. It will hurt, but I'd get used to doing that. That gives you a lot of versatility.
Yes, that way I can go.
I do that a lot. You'll get used to just a guitar teacher that I had way back saw me do that and was like, "Who taught you to do that?" And I was like, "I just started doing it." He's like, "Wow, I've never seen that before." And this dude was like 100.
Oh,
So
really?
I think this is my trick.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I think this might be mine. We're losing a little camera angle again. This thing's falling down, but that's all right. We ain't got much longer. With them. right, try to find something. We're gonna get out of the comfort zone of E. Let's do this with guitar, because bass is a little bit bass. It's good to know how to do the bass, how to play along with the bass, just because that's something you're going to be doing one day.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I started playing bass first. I got much better at guitar quicker, but I started with bass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So before you were trying to play guitar, you were playing bass?
I had a bass before I had a guitar. Well, it was my granddad's. It was an old Epiphone. And it was right after Epiphone was bought by Gibson, because it was an Epiphone by Gibson. They didn't say that. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Word from the sponsors. Thank you. What's up, guys? Thank you. Amazing vibes. Appreciate it. Guys, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We're going to do this. We are playing games tonight. We will do Skyrim tonight. But,
If you hate this, it'll only be on Sundays.
we are going to be doing this. This is going to be a Sunday thing. And we'll get a little more, let's pick a, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I got this. You just play leads to this lick. Hold on. Let me give myself a little bit more reverb here. A little. I want a tape delay. I'm just gonna play the whole song. You just.
That's hard.
Doesn't matter. that thing that I was talking about in E? So now we're in D. And that same thing works. That thing right there. So when it drops into a key that doesn't match,
Yeah.
you don't have to alter the whole scale that you're playing.
Yeah.
You can just, for that moment, you can like basically how we're high-fiving it, you can high-five a note and just stay in the thing you were already doing. Instead of like, so it's not like you're cooking a dish and that's an ingredient that's all the way through. That's like a side. So like, like you're still, you can just hit that one little.
And just stay in it.
Nah, it come out of it. Don't stay. Oh,
I mean,
yes,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
You come out, then
You-
go back in. That's coming out, and then
Yeah, that's when you're there. But when you're back to there, and these are, all of those chords are the same, even though all of those chords are in the same progression. So basically, like in D minor is the minor of F. So this is like 1, 2. This is your 1. Your F is your 1. Hold on. 1, and then your G minor would be your 2 minor. A minor would be your 3 minor. Then your 4 would be your B flat, which is here. That's your 4, and then your 5 back to your 6 minor. So you're basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're back to your 1. So that's like anything that's in the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, anything that's in that, you can play the same. You can play the same licks. The only thing that makes that 3 different is it's a 3 major
instead of a minor.
instead of a minor. It's a 3 major. So you've got that. Then it.
is the one the D, right? It's in D.
The 1 is the F.
So the D minor.
So the D minor isn't your major. So the way I think about it, not everybody thinks about it. Some people will say, if you ask a lot of musicians what key is this song in, they'll say D minor.
Yeah.
But D minor is like okay, so D minor, that means it's an F, because the F is the major chord to which the
So
D
you
minor
switch
is
them all
the
in your
minor.
head to major?
No, not really. But that's just easy. It's easier for me to get the most out of every note if I think of it from that vantage point, rather than being like, if I'm thinking, oh, it's in D minor, so that means I'm gonna stay in my D minor wheelhouse. But if I think, okay, this is in F, then I can stay in my F wheelhouse. So then you're,
You playing minor or?
so like you're, like check this out. So I'm just playing the F right there, but play a D minor. Just play the D minor chord. Now check this. Now just play the D minor again. Just. All right. So if I'm playing up here in the F, so like if I'm in the key of F and I do, you see how it sounds like. But if I'm in D minor, it's the same thing, but the D minor adds that. So
Yeah,
what I
'cause the
mean is
F
that
is-
it opens the catalog a little bit more on what you can do. If you think about it from all of the chords you can play in that progression, rather than just the D minor derivatives, like.
On and just scale out on all the chords, kind of.
Yeah. So but that's why I think of it like, oh, it's an F. That's why I think of it like that. But a lot of people wouldn't. A lot of people are just like, yeah, it's in D minor. But I find that it's easier for me. Whatever's easier for you, do that.
No, that makes more sense.
But it's easier for me to like do the math real quick. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what key are we in? A minor. Okay, so we're in C.
Gotcha.
Or what key are we in? E minor. Okay, we're in G.
You just do like the relative major to it?
You just know the relative major to, like, you know those little wheels that you got, like you can turn the wheel around, the paper wheel that'll show you, like, it'll show you your major key and then it'll show you all the other little.
Yeah.
So it's basically just doing that in real time
Yeah, with the scales.
with the scales, and then that way, like, it leaves room to hit a bad note. Like, it'll leave room to, like, if I want to do like a like if I just want to do like a check this out. Now check this out. So I'm still in F, but if I do the So basically you can use like, all I mean is that you can use something that's not a place you would normally go to look for D minor, because usually, do you think of minors in this format,
Yeah.
right? So if you think of it down here, this is how I think about the minor chords.
Oh, so you think of it all like on the 6th string?
Yes, I think of like, I'm always playing from, that's my root. When I'm playing in D, I'm going on whatever the high E string is usually. But if I'm thinking of it from this perspective, it's always, that's where my brain goes if I'm thinking from this way. Just these two. If I could choose just two to have, it would be G and B. If I just pick just two strings.
Yeah, it's funny. One of those guitar teachers on YouTube I was watching said learn the G and the. He said the G and the D.
Yeah. But I'm just I like the. But you could do so much movement out of. Like that was an accident. But like I love it when those happen. Like. And those little like just sweeping. I don't do those like. I can't do those like those sweeps. I can't do sweeps. I can't do that stuff. I can't do that.
I could barely do them.
I can't do that. That's outside of my wheelhouse. But just knowing like that, just knowing that there's so much more. You can expand the way that you think about a chord if you are not limiting it to just that position or that position or that one. That if you can also think about, okay. Which works the same as it's the same thing, but just the chord that's being played behind it is gonna adjust how people hear it, which I like. But I like opening up to that original thing that fucking Clay, the guitar tech at this guitar store I used to go to when I was a kid, just showed me here. This is what you need to do. He's like, this works everywhere. He's like, he showed it to me in A minor. He said, this is your, or he might have showed it to me in B.
Oh yeah, the minor pentatonic.
Yeah, just I guess. He said, if you want to learn how to play lead quick, he said, learn that until it's just second nature. And I still play out of that. And you can do that.
That's what I was using when we were in E the whole time. I was just going.
But that's those little bends. That's what breaks the monotony of that scale out, because that's definitely like a beginner scale.
Yeah.
It's definitely a beginner scale, but I still play out of it after all these years. But I'm now, instead of I'm doing like, and I'm learning when to shift boxes. Like this is one box.
That's what I want to learn, how to shift when you.
So it's like you'll learn when to, or like that's something that I do. Just you're hitting the same notes. You're hitting the same notes as, but instead of doing it, instead of doing it that way. But anyway, that ends up in E. That actually ends up in E. That's not the right way to do it. But it's all gonna be there. What I would suggest doing is like setting yourself like a challenge, like upping the difficulty on a video game, is to try to look at the fretboard and use something that is foreign to you. Like if you're playing in this, instead of doing it down here, try to do it in the B, in this format. And that's also kind of a, like I said, I'm a bends and breaks guy, and that. And that's just a way of getting more notes out of less movement. You get more notes out of less work. It's work smarter, not harder type shit on guitar. Also trying to just get comfortable with like forcing yourself to play in a different key than you would normally do. So like I think about, A, D, and E.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I use the A, D, and E like positions to play anywhere. Like if I want to do that, I can do. If I want to play in B flat instead of A, I can still do the A and D. I can still do the A and D. I've just moved my bridge, and that'll work for C as well. If you want to do your C and F, instead of playing C and F like this and this, you can do your C and F like A and you can do it like a D. Like you can just play the D chord there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
The D shape, I mean.
Yeah, she's doing it like. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're doing like.
But if you're doing that, you're gonna want to bar. You're gonna want to bar the whole fret.
Like that.
And the same thing will work for your E. If you want to do your E and A, up here you can. But basically, it's like weirdly enough, every little simple thing that you learn and be like, okay, I don't have to fuck with that anymore. I've already learned it, can still be applied everywhere across the board. Just so like you always have those tools that you can learn how to use all these fancy tools in your toolbox. You're still gonna need the flathead screwdriver.
Yeah.
You're still gonna need that. So it's nice to have like more control over like the monotony of just how it'll get boring for you. And you got to figure out a way to keep it not boring for you. Because if it's boring for you, it's going to be boring for them. So if you're breaking out of the box, I would just suggest to like constantly fish, constantly go somewhere else, and
Play
then
random
like
notes and see what happens.
like I 9 times out of 10 won't even look at where I'm gonna start. I'll just pick a thing. I don't even know what key this is in. And
you can just move around. You can move around in that, and usually groups of two. Like, usually you can do so much more movement in like a 2 fret, basically box. I say box because that's how I think of like this shape is like just one box that everything goes into, and you don't have to, anything you take out of this box is going to be good. And it could be any of those in any different position or any
You see like
out
a
of
2
order.
fret box?
I usually do that. Or I don't now. When I was getting started to understanding lead and really getting into the nitty gritty of like, oh, I can actually do this, then I would start to try to like get the most out of the simplest thing. Like I would sometimes for hours just like until I got sick of hearing that, and then I'm just staying in 2 frets the whole time when I'm just trying to squeeze every note that I can get. I'm just trying to squeeze every little bit of juice I can get out of those 2 frets on those 2 strings. And then I would just, like, once I got used to that, it's basically you're just teaching your fingers the shape. So then, whenever you find yourself, like, it'll be like driving somewhere and you're like, oh shit, I've been here before. I know where I'm at now. So just eventually when you get to that position to where you're like feeling limited, I would just break it all the way down and focus on how far to get to the right note, because basically instead of doing this, you're just going straight to this note. So I would just focus on learning exactly how far to bend to get exactly to the pitch that you want, rather than just bending it. So, because there is a point to bending it. It's not just you're bending it for flair. You're actually going to another note.
Yeah,
so there is that destination there. And you're basically just going for two frets. And that's another little thing. If you get a good bend, but that bend only works on the B and E. I hold it. I hold the bend. I hold it up there, so it's almost like you're going. Also, I don't know if you notice, I am bending with 2 fingers. A lot of the time. I'm bending with this finger that I'm doing the note on, but I'm also on a fret back, a little extra support. Because you're not using it. You're not using that finger at that point. So. But yes, that is, I think, the most crucial thing at your level right now is to just perfect those, getting straight to the note that you want.
straight to the note that you wanted. It doesn't matter. Oh, so you're bending on so the G is a little bit harder to bend. The G is harder to bend. I'm bending on the B. Yeah. So if you're gonna bend, if you're gonna do that same bend on the G, it would be down here. But then if you do that bend down here with the G, you can do that same.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Hell yeah. Dude, there's no, and there ain't nothing wrong with hitting that other note on the way down too if you want to.
So like,
Jerry would do that. Jerry loved. He would do like. That's another thing, dude. I would suggest to spend some time in front of a Pink Floyd record.
yeah.
Spend some time in front of a Grateful Dead record.
Oh, I've listened to a lot of Dead records.
So spend more time with that, just listening. You don't even have to have a guitar in your hand.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, listening to the Dead or Floyd, Floyd not so much, but
I have
listening,
listened to a lot of Pink Floyd. I don't know why I said I didn't.
listening to those bands with a guitar in your hand, you sometimes get frustrating because they're so far out there. But you can hear like in Fire. He goes on. He hits every note. These don't matter. He was so cool and smooth with doing notes that don't match
Yeah.
and making them fit. He was so good about doing that and showing the way. So I would say
he was a banjo player before a guitar player.
he was bluegrass guy.
Yeah.
He was literally, the Grateful Dead was a blues band. And then Jerry Garcia and all these other guys like turned it into this big jam band. When there was originally a guy named Pigpen who was the original lead singer of the Grateful Dead. And it was like he had this big booming like a blues like real straightforward blues voice. And dude, they were a different band back then for sure. But it was like Pigpen. There's a meme that's go, "Who are all these hippies that hijacked my blues band?" But yes, hitting those like sour notes, quote unquote, it adds a lot, but you can't overdo it. It's like a really potent spice. So it only needs a little bit to go a long way. So that's why I consider those high five notes something you just high five on the way to where you're actually going. Like that one note that was barely in there, but it was in there because this has no place in there, but if I'm yeah, that was perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. Just having that in your back pocket that'll like show everybody else like, you know what, I can make a mistake on purpose and make it fit.
Yeah.
I can make a mistake on purpose and make it right. Like I can take something that doesn't belong and bring it in and give it a home here, which is cool. Anyway, let's bring it home. Try to high five some notes. Actually, do something different.
close your eyes or look somewhere different and just go high up on the fretboard somewhere and just hit a note and don't look down. Don't look down. Find it without looking at it. See the box in your head and not with your eyes. You know what I mean? That's it, just playing with straight feel. Now try to work your way from the high strings to the low strings, like all the way down. Figure out a way to get from the bottom of the fretboard to the top.
Yeah, I have trouble with that.
You can hit bad notes. I do that. There's nothing wrong with doing, like, if you can't find it, grind it. It's like driving a stick shift. So you can go. And that's it. But I would try to get on the lower strings higher on the fretboard. So you like. That's also a way to step out of the normal, like if you want to, that was another trick that I would like try to train myself to do was I hit all kinds of bad notes in there, but just
It's got, and I mean, there's no melodic quality to any way to do it, but just from the lowest to the highest, I like to try to like connect those and find.
Oh wait.
And it doesn't matter which way you do it. You can go. You can do it all down. You can do all of the movement from the B to the E here.
Yeah.
But I like to. Yes. You can go from any, but it's a good thing to just be able to like, my record producer way back, Fred Shaw, told me to do that. And he couldn't play guitar. He was just like, hey, why don't you try from coming up here to like. So it's basically the same thing.
Something like that.
Hell yeah, something like that. But dude, that's all that matters, dude. Just figuring out a way to make all of these, because not only are there 12, and I'm only thinking for the first 12 frets because then everything starts over.
Yeah.
So I only think from here back really. Anything I do above that is like, I guess I'm still kind of thinking that way, but this is like bonus levels for me. This is like these above the 12th fret is like, I used to think like, oh, the higher up here I play, the better I'm gonna be. But like the longer I played, I realized that I was like that's
I've
a
always
beginner
been
thought.
more impressed with people who could use like this part of the fretboard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the meat of learning next level shit comes in. Is figuring out that it's all about the simple things that you do rather than all of these little showy like all those little like Freebird triplets. But a lot of those are just like those Freebird licks that I like a lot. And those little.
Oh, I love that lick.
It's a very easy lick. It's just. So you're basically just. It sounds much harder than it is. It's not as hard as it sounds.
How you
But-
playing that?
Then you go. And then you just slide that up.
So it's like.
The hardest part of that is just getting this finger hammered on without muting that string. But that can also kind of be like the Super Mario ending kind of. It could be.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that little fucking. But see, because that's in D minor,
Yeah.
you can do that if you wanted to do it in A minor, you could do. So that same shape, instead of it being up here for D minor, you can do it there for A minor, there for B minor. Yeah, it just depends on where you start it. Basically what I'm saying is that everything is the same, just some things are played a little differently.
Yeah.
Back to the root. I had low power mode on this thing.
Oh,
I
damn,
don't know how long.
it's 2:30 already?
It's 2:30 already, and there's 150 people watching us fool around.
Oh, really? Is that your average amount?
Give or take.
Nice.
Hell yeah, roadkill. Give or take. Sometimes the gaming streams will get nuts. They'll get crazy. But for like, this is just like, this is about what I would get for a cooking stream or something that isn't video games that I'm
Yeah.
playing for like 6 hours, which I probably will do for that long. But yeah, dude. Well, this is like, listen to Shine On, listen to like Wish You Were Here,
Okay.
the Pink Floyd record. Like, listen to the whole thing.
All the way through.
All the way through, and just pay attention. You don't have to have you can have your guitar in your hand while you listen to it. Just pay attention to David Gilmour has really good inflection on his bends. He has such command of like,
Yeah.
he has such nice like. And then and Shine On, that's like pretty much my favorite song of all time. It is just, it's the best way I've heard it to be described is it is a slow blues groove with chords that do not belong there.
Really? What's it called?
Shine On, You Crazy Diamond. It's about Syd Barrett. How much do you know about the history of Pink Floyd?
Nothing.
Okay. So Pink Floyd was a psychedelic rock band that was formed in like the early mid 60s by frontman Syd Barrett, who was friends with Roger Waters, who you know Roger Waters,
Yeah.
the bass player, and all the guys. So it was Syd Barrett, Roger Waters, Nick Mason, and Rick Wright were Pink Floyd, and then David Gilmour joined later because he was friends with Syd from art. They went to art school together or something like that. And then they were the 5-piece band, and it was Syd's band. So Syd took too much acid, lost his absolute fucking mind,
Oh, really?
and couldn't handle the fame. He couldn't handle being in the band. He literally became like a hermit, like a recluse. So after that happened, he was like the heart of the band. And the rest of the guys pretty much made every single album after that about Syd, basically. So Shine On, You Crazy Diamond is like the band's broken-hearted love letter to their friend that was still alive. But the craziest part was that he had shaved his eyebrows off and he had gained some weight, and he came and he sat in the studio as they were recording these songs, and they didn't realize it was Syd. But when they found out it was him, like they all just started like hysterically crying, realizing, oh shit, he's here. He's still part of this thing. And dude, that Shine On is basically like their ode to Syd. But it is like, there's an 8-minute intro with like synthesizers and saxophones and all kinds of crazy shit. But it breaks down to David Gilmour doing those. Those lazy fucking. Doesn't that sound just so fucking lazy? And then. Or. It's just such a fucking sweet. And then there's like they cut out parts of it when they play it live, but there's another guitar solo thing before he starts singing that they usually cut out in the live versions that is on the studio version of the album, where he's just under like. But he's a real wizard when it comes to hitting those bends just right. Study that. That is a good thing to just get into the habit of. Whether you like Pink Floyd or not, his guitar playing specifically is like synonymous, especially to the Strat. To the Strat, because it's, in my opinion, the Strat is the most versatile of all maybe instruments, but definitely guitars. It's the most versatile guitar ever, and that's why so many people play them. And that's a great one.
Yeah.
But dude, fuck with David Gilmour, bro. Let him teach you everything he knows by just listening to those records. Wish You Were Here. I'm sure you've heard Dark Side of the Moon a bunch, but dude, like he's got that, like the taking away
Is Dark Side of the Moon?
moments and make up the dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way. And then it breaks down to the tired of lying in the sunshine. And they do these beautiful, like, staying home to watch for rain. Instead of playing it like, they do, and they just do like an augmented watch for rain. You are young and life is long and there is time to kill today. And then one day you'll find 10 years have got behind you, no one on you right. And then that little you miss the starting gun.
What pedal is that?
A Fab Tone. This is my favorite distortion pedal. A Dan Electro.
Oh, you know what I taught myself? I taught myself how to pinch harmonics with my like fingernail the other day.
Oh, dude, yeah. Honestly, if you can get comfortable playing like that without a pick at all, that's the move.
Yeah?
No pick guys are always the best.
Well, earlier while I was soloing, I accidentally forgot to pick up my pick. I actually prefer playing with my fingers a lot of the time.
Dude, that's even better, to be honest.
Because even when I want to do stuff like this, I just make my finger like a little pointer. And
Thank you, Danny. You get a wrench. Welcome to you. We got a bunch of folks here today. By the way, guys, if any of you have not subscribed yet, we are at we're at 1.6. We broke 1.6K.
hell yeah.
1.6K. We did it in this stream. We are 1.6 thousand.
What were you at before?
1.59. But we are there.
We got 10.
We got
At least
we
10.
got at least, yeah, I think I was at 5. I think I was at 596. So we got at least 4 in this one, which is sweet. Thank you guys for subbing. Thank you for liking the video as well. We're gonna do this every Sunday night. This is gonna be a late night Sunday jam every Sunday night, and we're gonna fucking try to remember the stuff we did in this one and stay away from that in the next one, and try to make this as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't like that's the only way you're gonna advance out of the
My zone.
Well, not just specifically but yes, kind of. That's the only way. You got to get out of the comfort zone of what you normally do to truly advance. But dude, you're already leaps and bounds ahead of. How long have you been playing?
Well, when I was a kid, I played from probably like 11 or 12 to about like 16.
So you've basically been playing about 10 years altogether.
Yeah, I guess like total, yeah, like seriously playing.
So dude, that's fucking perfect. Like where you're at right now is the best spot to be in.
I just never had I had a guitar teacher as a kid. I just never had like a mentor to show me like stuff like you're showing me.
Well,
that's why
dude,
I wanted to like jam every
well,
week.
that's the thing is I'm not a good teacher, but I know what I know, and I think I can explain that in a decent way.
No, I've learned a ton tonight.
So good. That's what we want.
No, you're
have
teaching
to.
me the stuff like I want to learn at the level I'm at.
By the way, you were playing Running with the Devil earlier, weren't you?
Yeah.
You know the solo part?
It's like something like
I don't do it the right way. I just do. I'm just because he's playing in an A, right? So I'm just using the A here. I'm just if I were gonna. That's all I'm doing. And then I just drop, because he's dropping to the D, I just do the same thing 2 frets back. So. Pretty much. There's one extra note in there, but that's not the right solo, by the way. That's just what I do. But it sounds like whenever you're just.
it's like.
I never did that part right. I was just.
Yeah.
Or something. I think that's a 5th fret harmonic he does.
Something like that.
Yeah. But he would always do these squeals. I don't use a whammy bar.
Yeah.
But every now and again I'll just brace here and just slightly with the back of my hand, like brace here and slightly push.
I have a whammy bar for this.
Slightly. I would suggest to not do that. Like, that's not recommended.
Push?
Like, that little, you know how, like, I would suggest to not do that because
Better for the neck.
it's, well, you could break it. But I saw an acoustic guitar, because acoustic guitars don't have a whammy bar. I stole that from an acoustic guitar player named Monty Montgomery, who does the best version of Dire Straits' Sultans of Swing you've ever heard.
Really?
He does it with just an acoustic guitar, and he plays all the parts with one guitar. No accompaniment at all. Just him. But he is a monster. But he would do that because like this has a whammy bar. I just don't use it. But like if you do it though, make sure to brace heavy here. Like I mean like
Loose,
heavy. Like heavy here and just like, yeah. And try to be as fast as possible to get like. But once again, I don't suggest doing it.
Yeah, let's use the bar.
But that's a thing that is possible. Anyway. I used to know the money for nothing lick. That lick. Anyway. What a fucking time. This
is awesome.
This old bat. My dad, happy Father's Day. My dad got me this for Thanksgiving one time because I told him I didn't want anything for Christmas. He bought me this PA system and I've had this fucker for like, dude, we played probably 5 to 6 years of cornbread gigs out of these speakers. Just this.
Wow.
This thing is wild, bro. Like, this thing will fill up a fucking room. All these, like all the way up, the speakers are aimed in different directions.
That's sick.
This is a cool fucking piece. But anyway, Greg, any final words for the folks?
It's a good time.
Folks, any final words for Greg? We would normally do I would just transfer honestly, I'll probably still do that anyway. We'll redirect everybody over, but I'm going to end up packing this shit up. So I'll leave the stream going. If you want, let's, I'm going to leave the stream going so we can redirect everybody over to the gaming thing. Figured out how to do that. Like I have these people in here watching now.
Yeah.
So if I start another stream, I can just put them in there. I can just take these people to my new stream.
Oh, nice.
Which is a cool little trick.
Let me unplug. Yeah, I'm gonna play the shit out of this forever.
Well, dude, that's a fucking good one. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. Oh, Lord.
Got a hell yeah, Greg.
All right. Oh shit, I still got my microphone with me. Whoops. What can you do? That's a good guitar, dude.
What?
That's a good guitar. That's like don't ever let anything happen to that, dude. Guard that shit with your life. Keep that case. but get a good case for that.
It came with a pretty good case.
Okay, hell yeah.
The case it came with is really heavy, so I put it.
Yeah, for sure.
Put it in
Keep
there.
it in the good case it came with.
And then I'll bring the one you lent me back to Sunset one of
Yeah,
these days.
for sure.
So that everyone.
It's not. I mean, it's not.
I wonder how many people have played that guitar in the green room just fucking around.
Well, I know Matt Edgar loves it. He plays it a lot. But yeah, dude, just bring it back whenever you feel like it. And
Another thing too is I want to learn how to sing eventually.
that is something that is just something you gotta
Figure out.
kind of, man. I if your ear works for everything.
Yeah. Including your voice.
Yes. If you got a good ear, it's a good ear for vocals as well.
I just got.
So long as you have, and you'll learn control. You'll learn the control of your.
I just gotta figure out what my natural like singing tone is. I can never figure that out.
Well, just like sing and see where you find resistance.
Yeah.
Your wheelhouse will show you where it is.
It's like weird. It changes on the day. 'Cause I practice singing in the car a lot,
Well,
but
that's a good spot to do it. I would do that all the time too. Because there ain't nobody, and if there ain't nobody around to
No,
fucking
judge ya.
call you out or judge you or tell you to shut up or any of that shit. Any of that bullshit.
that dumb shit.
Any of them jackasses.
Yeah, we ended up playing for what, like almost 3 hours?
Yeah, that was good. I enjoy doing this stuff because I don't like. I've been saying for years that thing that I told everybody about. I'm not good. I'm not a good teacher for somebody who doesn't have a basic understanding of.
Yeah, like how everything works.
Yes, but you have a basic, and more than a basic understanding of it. So like.
No, my guitar teacher was really good at like hammering technical stuff into me because he was like a classically trained guitarist,
Yeah.
and then he also did like heavy metal music.
I don't know a lot of technical stuff.
Well, like he would yell at me at stuff for like he would yell at me for like my finger placement and stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, well that kind of thing will help you, but it'll also sort of limit you into playing how somebody else plays.
I think that's what happened with him. I just played kind of what he played all the time.
And
That's why I ended up like playing metal music all the time.
dude, metal is good. Metal
Oh no, it
is
was sick.
metal is good for.
He would teach me like a bunch of like Metallica and like Avenged Sevenfold licks and stuff.
Yeah, metal is good for licks, and speed. It's good
Yeah.
for teaching you speed. It's also pretty good for rhythm.
Yeah, like I can play like Master of Puppets and stuff, and that's pretty like fast.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's nice for the speed aspect of it.
He never taught me any like field stuff. Like I never learned.
In my opinion, that is feel. If not feel, then for what?
Yeah.
In my mind, if you're not doing it for feel, that's why I say, like this time around, don't look at the fretboard at all.
Yeah.
Don't have your eyes as a crutch. Don't let your brain say, okay, this is where I need to make adjustments. This is where I need to play. This is where I shouldn't. Don't get that. Like you're safe. Remove the safety net, basically.
Yeah.
I still have to look down sometimes, man. But like for the most part, I get most of my heavy lifting done with my eyes closed. That way I don't have anything in my mind saying, don't do this, do this, don't do this, don't do that. None of that exists. All that's bullshit. And I'm going to pack this bullshit up. I was curious how this would work out, and it
Oh, you never
fucking-
put that in the fridge?
Nah, I see it now. But guess what?
You're eating it. That's a fucking half of a $60 steak right there. Try to bite it out. How's that?
Fucking great.
The food where I work, man, is incredible. There's not a bad dish there. Yeah, we're not allowed to get those at work. You know how I got that?
How do you get it?
So when I bring the steaks to people, it's like you have to ask them to like cut into it to see if they like the temperature, and then they didn't.
Guess what I like? The temperature.
That's,
You want to chat with him for a second?
what's up, guys? Not really.
Not really. Well, Greg's a good guitar player.
Yeah.
You're gonna get all the fucking. Greg is.
I just gotta put it all
he's gonna be
together.
He's gonna be in all the comedy jams going forward.
I haven't done comedy in a while.
But I did 4 sets this week
Nice.
in a row.
One day? Mm-mm. Oh. 4 days in a row?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't done a set in like 2 weeks.
But
I've been living though. I've been having a good time.
we've talked about this before. You're not the kind of comic that's like, you're stage ready anyway.
Yeah.
You're not the kind of comic that has to go up every day.
Also
like,
shifting how I think about a lot of stuff. And my material is getting tired for me.
I started doing old material
Yeah.
like I do new material.
Crushing.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, kinda. It's been a good week.
Nice.
I did, I cold opened staff show Wednesday. Good set. Crowd was ready. Set them up nice. Then secret show Thursday. And then I did another set Friday.
Okay, here's your restroom.
Absolutely.
Is it that right there to the left?
Is the one with the hole in the floor. Hell yeah. Did some good sets this week. All right. I used to do Twitch streams of these things, of my jams at work. I mean, my when I used to play professionally. Oh God, my shoulder. Let me take this back in here. But I would always leave the stream running when I would go to break down, because people said they liked watching me tear down my equipment. There that is. And here this is. My shorts keep falling down. My shorts keep falling down.
I gotta get a bunch of new shorts. All my shorts waistbands are just fucked.
Dude, I've had these for over a decade for sure. And they just, like, if I put anything in my pocket, it's just down. I got no ass to hold it up.
At what's that sports shop? Academy, they have a whole rack of $10 shorts. I'm just gonna go there and
That sounds like a deal.
$10 athletic shorts.
That's definitely a fucking deal.
All right, I think I'm gonna hit the road.
Well done, Greg.
Thank you so much, Yonder.
Good shit, buddy. We'll do this again on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's good because every Sunday I usually get off just like around this time. So this is perfect.
I got home and I was watching YouTube shit for a minute, smoked myself R-worded, and I was like, you know what, dude, I think I'm gonna lay down and take a nap. So I laid down at about 9 o'clock and slept, or 8 o'clock and slept till like
So I got here.
10:30. No, like,
Oh, that's like right when I texted you.
well, I set an alarm for 2 hours, and it just so happened to be 10:30 when that one. Let me get that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Forgot about that.
Yeah, just
Hold on, let me. I don't want to drop it.
I forgot about it until I saw it lit up.
You gotta try mine next week.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's nicer because I was gonna get like the player series when I saved up money, but it's not be a professional.
That's what, dude. You'll only need one for the rest of your life with that one.
Yeah. I think that was my dad's goal when he got it. He's like just.
Have one, you'll never have to replace it. Just take care of that one. But seriously, that guitar should be in the case that came with, because they probably do a thing to where that case is fit for that guitar.
Yeah.
Do that. That gets, even if it's heavy, get used to carrying it, because it's worth it. And heavy is good. That means it's going to last a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely durable.
But yeah, that's a good thing to do, and that's a good amp.
Yeah, it's a little
It's worth every penny and then some.
$40. Oh yeah.
It's worth every fucking penny at $40. Yeah, it was good to get knock the fucking dust off of this old fucking thing.
Oh, the Bose.
The Bose. All right, buddy.
See you, dude.
I'll see you next Sunday, unless I see you this week at some point.
Unfortunately, I'm scheduled like full time my job this week, so.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, unfortunately I'm scheduled every day, so you'll be seeing me a lot.
Nah. No, it's the exact opposite.
Well, have fun with that. Here, I get the door for you.
No, new job's good.
Good.
It's good 'cause no one there is like annoying. I don't know how they vet people, but no one's annoying and everyone's pretty good at their job, so.
Well, that's a change of pace. Yeah. All right, buddy. I'll see you next week. The great and powerful Greg DePaul, everybody. Greg's a good kid. Greg's a good kid. I usually, let you guys know this, I'm so like adamantly against any kind of teaching or lessons or any of that mess. But I like Greg. He's a good kid. He's got a long life ahead of him of doing whatever he wants to do. So I figured I'd share what little bit I know about whatever I know it about. Do you guys, so now I can kind of, man, thanks, Velvet. I appreciate that. But like, I don't think I'd be very good. I don't think I'd be very good teaching someone who doesn't have the knowledge that Greg has. Like, Greg's legit got he's got a good brain on him when it comes to guitar. So you guys were seeing, I would just pick something and he'd pick it right up. He knew.
I didn't have to really even tell him what I was doing. He just knew what to do. And I can help somebody who has a brain like that. But, oh, there we go. I cannot, if somebody doesn't know anything and they're completely starting from scratch, I don't, somebody else would be better suited to help them. Oh, this is my favorite part. I used to love this part. Check this out. The whole thing. You just move one of them and the rest of them go. I love that. I had to look at it on the screen. All right. There's that. Here's my Gene Simmons Kiss pick. All right. Now, see how much dust is on this fucking thing. Let me go take this shit back in here. Hold on. I'll be right back for you. Don't go nowhere. I got a couple of trips that I gotta make, and I'm just tiptoeing back here so that I don't knock around on the wall a little bit. It's crazy. I used to do this every day. Every night, I'd have to set this thing up. Okay. Now, let's scoot it back in here. Like that. And then, bam. Easy enough. Right back where it was. I'm gonna bring my, I might bring my amp home from Sunset for next week. But I might just set that up again. It doesn't take long. It's kind of like one of my friends that played music back home compared it to setting up and tearing down a Christmas tree every day. That's pretty much what it is. With all the cables and all the other stuff that you got to do. It's pretty much like setting up and tearing down a Christmas tree. All right. This phone died. Take the Fab Tone and the fan. All right. Now, I gotta plug everything that I unplugged back in. This fan has 2 power outlets on the side of it, so I use it like a little surge protector. There we go. And that back in. And turn it back on. Hold on. Hold on, I'm coming back. Don't freak out. It's gonna be okay. All right, second monitor now has power. Good. There it is. Okay. All right. I need this and this. The brain, this cable. Hoorah, hoorah. This guy. Here you go here. This guy. Uh-oh. You go there. Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. We're back now, right? Yeah. Got all this dust on my shirt. All right. Now, y'all hang tight. We're going to come back and do a stream. We'll get that set up. Which I know we're already doing a stream. But we're going to do another one. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. May as well get a few hours in of some Skyrim. And I don't have to get up for anything tomorrow. But I do have a pretty big day on Tuesday. So, doing Maddie Stew's podcast Tuesday morning at 9:30 a.m. I have therapy at 6. Dude, that steak was really good. Shout out Brother Greg. He said, this ain't been put it in the refrigerator. He don't know. He don't know me. Brother, I don't need me no refrigerator. Brother, I don't need me no refrigerator. I'll eat hell out of a steak. That red meat don't act like the rest of it does. All right. Now I can turn the monitor off here on this thing. Turn them lights off. Turn these lights off. And now the house looks just like it did before I brought all that shit out of here. So there's that. All right. Shit. Okay. Now we're somewhere comfortable, huh? Duplicate tab. $1,600 on the dot. Now let me come in here. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but give me a minute. Like that, and then I'll slide this guy up to there. And that should give me a good 1,600. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So now let me get... Shrink that down. Get this back. Oh God, my shoulder's killing me, dude. So I was going to go live way early today, so I had this as a stormy Sunday Skyrim sesh daytime gang. Because we didn't do that, we got to come up with a different title. How about a Skyrim secret quickie? No. We can do something better. Skyrim and chill. Ooh. How about can't sleep? You up?
Update all. That's good. Okay. And I don't need that open. I don't need that open. All I need is this and that. And let's go ahead and get transferred over. I'm going to make sure that's going to come through when I need it to. That's good. And we'll go ahead and get a word from the sponsors packed up. Oh God, that's murder. I might have to take something. And I don't like taking nothing. Oh, that sucks so bad. Shit, that hurts. Takes my breath away. Take my breath. Oh, I gotta hold on. Oh, I gotta get ahead of this thing, man. Four of them. All right. Take my breath away. Mm-mm. 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 Bow down, 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 down. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Stage left where we need to be. Muted. Yep. Title's right. Camera's on, yeah. Camera's on. Double check title. Got it. Now let's go here. Bah. That wasn't directed at any of you. Truly.
You?
Bah.
Truly.
Sub Centurion. Yeah, we're just finishing up a guitar session. I'm about to transfer everybody to our Skyrim joint, but we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through these comments a little bit. Netflix was in there. Do Free Bird. We give this guy a moderator rinse that I missed. We got a couple new folks. Mark Morton, Danny Taggart. Oh, Blue Velvet. Dude, you were talking about Monty Montgomery. Okay, so you know who Monty is. Good. Yeah, dude, Greg's a good guitar player. It's all good, man. He really does, man. He is a true wizard when it comes to what he does and what he's capable of. He is an insane guitar player. Okay, everything's right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get that started, and it is going. But first, shit, hold everything. Gotta mute. I had to mute because I'm about to get a little. Wait for it. Okay, good. It didn't give me the sound. The intro's playing. We got a word from the sponsors. Let's I can probably just off camera. How far can I go? That far? Oh, this far? I can go right here. I can go right here. Damn, that's almost. Nailed it. Now, let me go in here. Can't Sleep, You Up, Skyrim and Chill. Skyrim The Return. Big bowl of grits. And we're about to transfer over. You guys don't have to do anything. Y'all stay right where you're at. Y'all stay right where you're at. You ain't got to do nothing different. Shit. Anyway. Hide for breakfast. Sure makes my nose run. I got enough time. I'm going to pour myself another glass of the dew. If you hear me, then holler out breakfast. Gotta be swift. Now, we're going to be back in just enough time. All right. Don't go anywhere. See you on the other side.